backup happen? Let's go.
Oye, te hablo desde la prisión. Wilson Manyoma, Gorgona.
This side.
Check.
Bring this down. Just gonna give him the pre and then empty share.
Let's go.
Ready?
Oye, te hablo desde la prisión.
Gotta talk about my new investment
Borbona.
with this music. You know what I'm saying? Go get your book, bro. Go get it. My tan is still around. Look at that nutsack color.
Dude, you're maxed out right now?
Bro, I'm maxed out, I think, right now, man. I got to do a little side by side, like a swatch, like I'm picking paint for the house. You know what I'm saying? Nah. Yeah, you're probably
I don't
right.
think you'll ever get as dark as you know. So I think that was the conversation that we had, if anything.
Okay, so that's the I thought you could get there. You can't get there?
I don't know. Now that I'm
Not
thinking
before you
about
cook
it,
yourself.
I'm not getting there. I think that so, and I don't want to belabor the nutsack conversation or whatever the appropriate term would be, but I think that it depends on your base, the deviation between your baseline coat and nutsack coat, which is obviously max and minimum. Right?
Okay, so what's the other spectrum? Damn, we're getting back into this again, but it needs to be done. This is part 2.
So, wait, listen, for the people who don't know, last week we came to this conclusion where your maximum absorption of melanin, meaning the darkest you could get by tanning, is predetermined by the color of your nutsack. Being the darkest part of the body, it's only logical that that's as dark as you could get. So that's essentially, with that in mind, I've been thinking about this a lot this week. And yeah, you're talking about the spectrum. I think like minimum would be as light as you could be, right? Which might be like birth, right? You might not ever be able to achieve that again.
Oh yeah, you could probably. Yeah, that's true. You were marinating in liquid, and you were in the dark.
Exactly. And then there's your maximum, which is nutsack, and then your median. That's where you usually typically stay around.
Okay, yeah, on average. All right, I think we got to it. We'll get back to that. We got to come back to it at some point.
You're above the medium right now.
I'll tell you right now, bro.
I'm medium.
I don't think I'm quite nutsack.
Yeah, no.
I'm not nutsack.
But you're gonna get down. You know what I'm saying? It's October's around the corner. Sun's gone.
It's my birthday month, bro.
I know. Don't I know it?
It's my birthday month, man.
Don't I know it?
You know,
a lot of stuff going on this week. A lot of political stuff. I feel like they're inundating us with just politics about politics. And I know it's important because America, but
I'm sick of it, dude.
I need a scandal in my life.
Yeah.
Can we catch like another CEO cheating on his wife? Can we get a CEO smack his wife or something? Like, right. I need something. Can Dana White smack his wife again?
Right? Can Trump pardon R. Kelly or something? Can we get something crazy? If it's going to be political, let it be in that direction.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was listening to R. Kelly today while I was cleaning the Blackstone.
Where you free the guy? Bro. I want to know who's in jail right now that we forgot about that's currently pending, because Diddy's not in jail anymore, right?
I think he is, yeah. I think it just doesn't serve the media anymore to talk about it, so they don't care.
He's out.
Nah, Diddy ain't out of jail. Ain't no way.
Diddy's out, dude.
No, ain't no way. Diddy ain't out, bro. Diddy ain't out, bro.
Diddy's out of jail.
Diddy ain't out. That's like, yo, my girl's family. One of them said, yo, at the Bad Bunny concert, we were watching it, and he said he thought he was about to bring out Celia Cruz. And then he was like, wait a minute. He's like, I think Celia Cruz is dead. And we're like, I think so. You know, we had to put our heads together for a second. We like, yeah, Celia Cruz. Yeah. You know, she's left this earth. But shit was funny. Bad Bunny concert was pretty dope.
I didn't get to see it.
I saw it.
I unfortunately am associated with an Amazon Prime account that had many Bad Bunny fans on it. So many Bad Bunny fans, in fact, that I wasn't able to access.
I told you that I had a possible access point for you.
I did have another way of watching it for a little bit, and then the truth is I fell asleep.
So you fell asleep?
Yeah.
That's what you're telling me?
That's the honest truth. I fell asleep. It did take a dump, but then I just didn't fix it.
That's all good. Oh, look at me, guy.
There you go.
Perfect. Shout
Well,
out.
You should have like fucking freaked out when that happened. Like earthquake.
Ah, but I told you I could have given you access, bro.
Yeah, but how was the concert? A lot of people watched it.
The concert was fire, bro.
Was
It
it?
was. In the beginning, I was a little annoyed. Man, we do this shit all the time. I've been doing audio for, I don't know, 23 years of my life or some shit. So the beginning, you couldn't hear him. You couldn't hear him. All you heard, the music was mad loud, like the mix was off. Like the instrumental was way louder because they had a lot of live instrumentation in throughout it. They had this dude that was so nice on the congas, bro. This guy
Yeah?
was so nice, yo. It was this Moreno dude with long ass braids and blonde eyebrows and a blonde, I think he had a blonde goatee. This guy was so nice, bro.
Yeah, damn,
he
was
was
that a
he was
Brazilian
one of the
that's
Puerto
fresh outta
Ricans
camp?
from the other spectrum.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was definitely way past my nutsack.
Yeah. Yeah.
For sure. He was my man was, he was crushing, bro. He was crushing. And then they had this dude playing the cuatro that was crazy, bro. Matter of fact, my cuatro just came in the mail today.
So he must have been so good at it that and I want to go back to this indigenous man you're speaking of, but he was so good at playing the cuatro. And for people who don't know, the cuatro is essentially like a ukulele or like a guitar, right?
Yeah, it's a small guitar. It's one of the national instrument of Puerto Rico.
Yeah. And you just recently purchased one.
Yeah.
Do you have any experience? Is this also the same one that the Hawaiians be playing?
No, that's like a ukulele, I think, something along those lines. It's different. The cuatro is like high pitched. It plays like some higher notes and stuff like that. It's like you don't really get bass notes from it.
Now,
So,
I
but-
remember when you bought a penny board, and I feel like based on sizes, these things are similar. I'm excited to see. I remember you picking that
Could
up.
be.
I'm excited to see you pick this up. Can
But
you
I'm trying to learn for sure.
talk to us about what are your expectations
For the concert or for me playing this goddamn thing?
for you purchasing an instrument? And I want you to know that that's the stage you are in your life. Some people build model cars.
Yeah,
Some people pick up an instrument.
that's right.
You pick up an instrument. I'm thinking about buying a motorcycle, so I'm not sitting here judging you. You know what I'm
you
saying?
think this is like a crisis? You think this is like a midlife crisis? Is that what you're telling me?
No,
You think I'm gonna buy a Corvette
It's just
and grow my hair out again?
crisis. Crisis is the way people, judge people who are exploring different things in their life. I look at this like this is just the road your life is taking you through. You know what I'm saying?
I'm intrigued by it. I'm not gonna say exactly why I bought it because that's gonna take this in a different direction.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm intrigued. I mean, I have experience playing instruments. I played the trumpet for many years of my life. I
same
make
thing.
beats. I'm a producer. It's just the concept of music in general and knowing how you're gonna suck. Like jujitsu, like you got to know you're going to be terrible day one. Like I already know. I've never played a string instrument. I already know my hands aren't going to move the way I want them to move. This pinky's going to be useless. I ain't doing shit with this thing for like 6 months.
Yeah.
It ain't going to be doing shit. So there's still going to be hand strength development and stuff like that. There's going to be coordination development. It's, it's just completely brand new in that aspect. But I'm picking it up knowing that that's the process because I've done other things like that, whether that's cameras, production, whatever.
No, I think it's super cool. I think that I appreciate like learning new things and going through things. Like I've had so many new hobbies that it's like throughout my life that it's crazy. So like I said, I'm not here to judge you. I'm just curious of because I always have like ideas when I pick up new hobbies, right? When I started my saltwater reef tank, I thought for sure that I was going to have that entire, remember Finding Nemo, where Nemo originally lived?
Yeah.
I thought that was what my saltwater fish tank was going to look like.
Oh, bro, you don't think that I think in my mind I'm going to be on the next Bad Bunny stream? That's what I think 100%. But now I want to learn it. I want to learn it, man.
Shout out to Spaz and Chris in the chat. Spaz said he just got some pizza. Good for him.
Damn, I want some pizza,
I
bro.
haven't had pizza in a long time. I know he doesn't live in a pizza state though, so I don't know.
Oh, all right. So what kind of pizza did we get? Is it pizzeria pizza or is it Domino's or Pizza Hut or Papa John's or something like that.
They say that nobody makes pizza like us. I don't really eat pizza outside of New York, so I don't really know. Like, I'm not going anywhere else. Like they say about the bagels too. Like, how bad?
Yeah.
I feel like pizzas aren't difficult. So why?
I don't know, really. I don't know
It's
what
the
it is.
water. It's
but
our dirty
that's what they
water.
say. That's what they say.
say.
But I wanted to finish talking about that Bad Bunny concert,
Oh,
though.
go ahead. Good thing you said that. I was just about to say.
Yeah, I know. When you cracked that book, I was
You
like, I
seen
better
that,
jump
right?
in now. It was like double dutch. I was
Yeah.
just waiting. I was like, yo, I just got to wait for him to take a breath. I'm going to jump in there. But yeah, so the concert in the beginning, we couldn't hear him. First of all, the stream was freezing. As soon as the countdown started getting low, because you log on, you can't get on. Then you log on again, and you see the countdown, right? And then the countdown freezes. The lower it gets like 3 minutes, and it freezes. And I'm like, this is everybody signing on now. You know, I'm like, that's what this is. Everyone's logging on. And, excuse me. Cut to you right there. You see, that's movie magic.
Yeah.
But, so everybody, finally we get back on. It's funny because it was easier to get back on mobile devices. I don't know if it was just a network in the house, but it was a strong Wi-Fi connection. So it didn't really make sense to me that there would only be a problem on the Wi-Fi connection, but then, you know, the cellular data connection or Wi-Fi on a mobile device still worked, right? That doesn't make sense.
No, I don't think that makes sense.
Right. So, but then we got back on, but it kept going like Minecraft. You know what I'm saying? Like,
He's talking about like this. I think Minecraft's like 16-bit or something like that, or
Yeah.
8-bit or whatever it is, but like that pixelated look.
yeah, I can't lie. I stole that joke from my girl's brother.
Yeah,
He said that joke on Saturday.
it's a funny
And so,
joke.
yeah, I gotta give him credit. God damn it. So I gotta give him fucking
Yeah,
credit.
it's all
you know?
Minecrafty. That's very funny.
That was a very good joke. But he wrote that one.
He gets the writing credits.
Yeah. But so aside from that, I mean, I said the live music was great. The set was incredible. You could tell it was a residency and they planned on that being there for a long time. Mm-hmm. You know, that concept, because there was like fake waterfalls and shit and rocks and it looked like a Broadway show. Like there was ivy and greenery, shrubs. There was a flamboyant tree right there, and he was under it and stuff. It was like they were switching sets up. It was there was acting involved in the beginning of it.
So this concert was his final concert of his current residency, or
Yeah.
what was his current residency.
Yeah.
Is there news about him starting another one, going somewhere else? Was he coming to Vegas? Like, what's the next one going to be?
I don't know, but he could do that anywhere, and I think it's crazy that he did that so early in his career. Like, so at the peak of his popularity, because usually that's a back end of your career move.
Oh, 100%. When I seen that he was even doing a residency, I said to myself, fuck, these guys probably paid this guy nothing, and they got in early. Like, they probably locked him in. Like, I don't know how long this residency has been going on for.
No, they paid him a shit ton of money. But they're going to make the money. He's
They
that
definitely made
popular.
money,
It would
yeah.
be like paying Drake $100 million to do a show, to do a residency.
Yeah.
You're going to make $1 billion.
Yeah.
You know, it's the investment is just a large investment up front. But yeah, so the show, the beginning, I think he was lip syncing for part of it when he had the Britney Spears mic on. You know, it didn't seem to me like there could have been vocal drift or something, you know, from a live streaming perspective, which we've dealt with.
Yeah. It could be tough, dude. He could, it takes a lot of cardio to be up there singing and dancing.
But the beginning, there was no cardio. He was just like walking around and stuff, and he had the shit on. It just looked off to me, but who knows?
It's also like, the Super Bowl does that thing where they force people to lip sync because it's such a massive production. They can't afford to have like audio issues when it comes to like them. Like me personally, I'm not into it. I'd rather you fuck up the audio than lip sync. But, I get it from the production's perspective.
It was only in the beginning though, and then he had other ones. Maybe it was just a record he didn't know as well, and he
Could
just
be.
wanted to make sure, and then the hits, he was doing it for real.
Dude,
the hits.
What a big deal this was. So many people were watching this.
Bro, he had multiple stages. He like performed a bunch from like the main stage, and then all of a sudden like this Marquesina pops up in the middle of the audience, and he's over there with a bunch of hot girls dancing and like dudes in Jamaican tank tops. It was like, I was like, what the hell? He's over there, and then later on he's over there, and he brought Mark Anthony out.
I was just going to say, I heard he brought Mark Anthony out.
Yeah, it was just a huge production. I thought he was going to bring more people out, to be honest with you, and then I started thinking contractually maybe he can't. Maybe he can't do that, or maybe they couldn't afford these guys because he's got big records with big
yeah.
players.
Also, like, I feel like Mark Anthony could have showed up 15 minutes before
Yeah.
he even hit the stage and be like, "Hey, I think I'm gonna go on."
Yeah, they did like one song,
Yeah.
you know.
Mark Anthony's like Dave Chappelle showing up to a comedy show. He could just bump everybody else out. Like Mark Anthony could have been like, "I think I'm gonna do the rest of the concert."
Yeah, I think this is going to be Mark Anthony featuring Bad Bunny.
Yeah, you're done. And then just do an entire show. And guess what? Nobody in the audience would be like mad about it. Nobody would be like, "What's going on? That's not what we're here." They'd be like, "This is amazing."
Bad Bunny be like, "Thank you."
Yeah.
So all in all, it was long. It was a good show and it was long. It was like, dude, it was like more than 3 hours.
I was just talking to somebody the other day and they were complaining about how like concert they went to go see Dua Lipa and they were like, "Dude, but you only did like an hour and a half." And I was saying like, "Man, it's tough to be up there for that long, but look at this is like a contradiction when you look at Bad Bunny and as long as he did his show."
Yeah, but he
maybe-
also had guests that there was like other like old school reggaeton artists that were doing their own set, you know,
Okay.
5 songs or so, 4 songs. It only happened once or twice, and there was also instrument solos and parts where they were just playing. Yo, I'm telling you, if you watch this guy on the Congos, bro, he was incredible, bro.
Crazy.
He was incredible, bro. Playing all the, there was a whole part where he had his own solo, and the dude with the cuatro was up on like the mountain, and he was playing. He played this whole solo with the spotlight on you. It was crazy. It was incredible. Some of these guys. He had other bands that came up. I was waiting for him to bring out a Gran Combo, man. I wanted him to bring out el Gran Combo de Puerto
that
Rico, but he
would've been a
didn't.
huge deal.
But it's all right. You know, it's all right. He brought out the
Anthony-
Sobrinos. He brought out.
Mark
I think
Anthony-
that was who it was.
And them would have been
Yeah, it would have been next level. I feel bad because I asked my mom before I left the house if she wanted me to hook the stream up for her, and she said, no, it's all right, because she doesn't really like Bad Bunny because he's vulgar and shit.
Yeah.
But then it turned out to be a rather safe show. He wasn't saying crazy stuff. There was a lot of instruments. Like I said, he brought out old school artists, and my mom would have been fine. And then she was like disappointed that she didn't watch it. So I got to
a
find
lot
her.
of his songs say crazy things.
Yeah, he says crazy stuff, and
How did he get away from? How did he? I think the show's just so good. The production
Yeah.
level is so good. You don't even hear that stuff.
Yeah,
But he's
it's
talking about eating pussy.
Oh yeah,
You know?
every chick in every song se ponga en cuatro, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Every
Like,
single one.
He's talking about those songs are raunchy.
Yeah. Perreando. No. But it was
Not-
good.
I'm glad you
enjoyed
enjoyed
it.
the show.
enjoyed
I
it.
fell asleep, unfortunately. I want to talk about. Oh, you were saying how the servers, how it was.
Yeah, I was like taking a shit sometimes, and
Yeah, there's this upcoming. I think in 2 weeks. More than 2 weeks. October 18th. There's gonna be this game that I've been waiting for to come out. They're gonna do like a server test where they put the game out for the weekend for free.
Okay.
And like obviously is gonna inundate their servers with users to test if like they're gonna be able to handle launch day, like the launch day, and make whatever kind of adjustments they need to make in preparation for the massive amount of users on launch day. That's obviously I was gonna say that's something that they should be doing, but obviously Amazon Prime, like, they already have a streaming service, so they probably should have a good understanding of how much resources they need to handle the audience level. But it's still surprising to me that Mark Anthony, these guys, those guys, like all these people put on these shows on these streaming subscriptions, these streaming services, and it's always like there's always issues.
Mark Anthony's completely crashed and didn't work at all when he went live on
He
YouTube.
broke the fucking internet.
He did, but yeah, all in all, it was good. I mean, it did that a couple times, but the audio never went out. So I can't complain. It was good, but yeah.
You want to talk about something just as fun as Mark Anthony? Jimmy Kimmel getting fired and hired or suspended and unsuspended before we could even talk about any of it.
Oh, that fake ass like false flag thing they did, where they acted like they were gonna make him pay for what he did, and then they just suspended him for a week and then brought him back.
They said that he was like suspended indefinitely.
Yeah, of course that's what they said. That's what they had to say to save face on that, and just
You think they knew from the beginning?
They may not have known from the beginning, but they weren't upset about it. That company supports that kind of stuff. They like that kind of shit.
Yeah, but so what do you think this is? Because, all right, so here's the perspective of the American people, or here's this perspective of some American people,
What?
that the current administration is utilizing other government entities to put pressure on media companies to not say things that they don't like to say, that hear. Essentially, like infringing on, these people's First Amendment right, where that's one of the running points that Trump used when he was running for president, how he was going to, make America great again as a part of that Make America Great Again, allowing people to utilize all the amendments is like a part of that, right? Bringing America, making America like free again, the ability to say whatever you want to say.
Yeah, I think the problem with the free speech concept on networks and stuff now, I think that comes from just the entire business model shifting to advertising dollars. So now it just hurts the pockets of companies when people go too far in either direction. It just can mess up the money.
But do you think that that's what happened? Do you think that because people are saying that Trump put pressure on the FCC put pressure on them to fire him, and that was something that was because of the current administration. Spaz just asked the question in the chat, what game you're not gonna the game I'm talking about is called Arc Raiders. I wish Justin would have asked me about it so I could talk about it, because I'm waiting for it to come out for a while, and I'm very excited that it comes out October 30th. But
Talk about it then. I don't give a shit about Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel is an idiot, but still he should be able to say what he wants. And free speech.
Do you think that that's what that is? Is that the government putting pressure on this? Fuck me. Is that the government putting pressure on these networks to silence them?
I don't know if it's silence them. I don't know if the FCC, I don't know if that's necessarily a government agency. I think it might be like one of those extensions, like the CDC. I don't think it's really government. But yeah, they're putting pressure. They're putting pressure on them more than likely. And this company's pretending to play ball, or they're just like, listen, we truly don't give a shit. Like the government is like, we really don't give a shit about this guy. But this kind of upsets the people. They start getting mad on Twitter and they call out sick to work, so let's stop that shit and just do something. Pretend fire the guy. Say the media cycle is 24 hours. So just go and say he's suspended, say something. People will forget about it. There'll be a school shooting, and it's back to day one, and it's square one, and it's just old news.
Yeah, but it seems like the left is taking this and saying it's like they're weaponizing them to stop people from, saying anything that may negatively impact the right.
I don't know if it's negatively impact the right. They're trying to be respectful to this family and stuff, but at the same time, everything's politicized now. So probably, I'm sure they put pressure on them, or they want it to look like they put pressure on them. And I think it's wrestling more than likely. I think that the left is pretending that they got pressure put on them. The right is pretending they put pressure on them. They pretended to suspend him. Okay. They pretended to suspend him, and here he is back. And now we're like, the right is like, that's right. You almost lost your job. And then the left is like, that was a close one. And really it's all bullshit. That's
super funny. I never thought about it from that perspective, but I think that that's actually more likely than anything. Like,
it's fucking wrestling.
Exactly what happened. They're like, well, the FCC is going to come after us. We should probably fire this guy. And then the right's like, I hope the fucking FCC comes after those guys. And they're like, let's get them out of here before they do come.
Yeah, they have like two arbitrators that get on the phone and they're like, hey, listen, man, we'll give you this. We'll suspend him. You guys will look strong. Come on. You guys will look like you really had us. The right's going to be like, yeah, all the Proud Boys are going to be like, yeah, you fucking right. You talk about Charlie, man. Fuck you, Yeah. And then the left
he didn't really talk about Charlie. It was really more towards like the right in general, because he was saying is that
they politicized it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And they try, and I think moreover, he emphasized the fact that they are trying so desperately hard to paint the shooter like
making him seem right wing,
making him seem
conservative.
Exactly. No, they're trying to make him seem like he's not a conservative. Like they're trying everything to.
He's
like,
not a conservative.
That's
He's dating a trans person. That's
simply-
anti-conservative
hold
number
on.
one.
I'm simply illustrating what they're saying. They're saying that the right is trying desperately hard to paint this guy as not being a conservative.
He's not
And
a conservative.
The left is stating that he is a conservative because he had a conservative. He historically had been conservative. Like, you know, his friends say that, you know, he was a Republican and he voted Republican.
His family's Republican. He shot the most prolific young conservative voice. He's dating a trans person.
Yeah.
And I mean, bro, are you kidding me? This guy's like liberal.
You don't gotta convince me. I don't think this guy's conservative simply based off the fact that he was dating, you know, who he was dating.
His pops turned him in. His
Yeah.
pops is a conservative and
Yeah.
turned him in.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, dude, if that was a blue-haired dad, that guy would be in the garage right now.
Oh, 100%.
Are you kidding me? He'd be in the garage.
Dude,
and
he'd be in a swamp in Florida right now.
yeah, come on.
Trying
He'd
to
be
fucking hide.
on one of them boats with the fan, like,
Yeah.
you know, like he's hunting gators and shit. That guy'd be out in the middle of nowhere.
That's how that dude that killed that chick from Long Island fucking got eaten up by alligators.
Yeah, exactly. Which that's bullshit too.
I wonder,
But,
yeah, you think he's fucking hiding out in the Everglades right now?
Come on, bro.
They said they found his body though, but they couldn't. But they
His
don't
body
know.
was so dismembered, it couldn't really identify it.
Yeah, but it smelled like.
I was
him.
like, yeah, all right, bro. I'm like, which one of your tunnels did he find?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, give me a break.
That's funny. But yeah, so Jimmy Kimmel's back. He was gone. They're saying he's bringing in Gavin Newsom as his first fucking guest.
I'm sorry, who? Who's back?
Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh, Jimmy Kimmel is back.
What do
That
you
would
think
make
that
sense.
means? Yeah, well,
That would make total sense.
is that him doubling down?
Yeah, it's him doubling down. He's going to bring this guy on, and this guy that, you know, this guy's starting his promo. He's starting his run for presidential candidate of, 2028. That's what he's
Okay.
going to do. You know, he's going to run the next election. He's going to run for sure.
All right.
Yeah, like 100%. He's going to run, and he probably would have been racing against Charlie Kirk, or running against, or one of those guys. JD Vance is going to be there. JD Vance versus Gavin Newsom. That's probably where you'll end up with the the final.
You don't think our boy from
Guys.
Florida's got a shot? Because he wanted to go this year.
Nah, he hurt himself with a lot of the conservative audience, and that's the only people that are going to vote for him. He's not going to have. No way. That guy's pro-gun, pro. You can't have a dick in a girl's room. That guy has a lot of things that he'll never win the other side.
Yeah,
so
but
he
JD
never had the left. And then he lost the right completely because he beefed with Donald Trump and he beefed with, bro,
But
this
here's
is
the
literal
thing.
gang shit.
No, you're right. But here's the thing. JD Vance still has to survive for the next 3 years without pissing Trump off.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he has to survive without somebody putting one in his head.
No, I would never say anything terrible like
But
that.
no, because you got
I
to
would-
think about it.
I would think it,
I
but I
mean,
would
they
never
killed
s-
Charlie Kirk. They tried to kill Donald Trump.
I'm thinking about it. I won't say it. I don't want these fucking guys clipping this one day and fucking.
I mean, listen, it's then we blow up at that point.
But anyways, that's the thing about being around him because they say he's so volatile. We never know. Like you might say something, but we thought him and fucking Elon were gonna fuck. I thought they were gonna be docking.
Yeah, but the difference is Eli wasn't a political guy. JD Vance becoming president still helps Donald Trump the next 4 years in his life. It
Okay.
helps him, and the following 4 if he can help to get JD Vance, elected again. That would just benefit him. Damn it, we didn't want to talk about politics, and here we are talking about this political shit. What are they saying? What do we got?
Especially if you don't have freedom at work, freedom of speech at work. Yeah, that's true. We're back. Damn. So I guess the stream must have took a shit for a second.
Did it take a shit?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's all this. They probably flagged us because we're talking about politics. Let's get off this politics shit. You want to talk about this fucking kid fucking ding dong ditching at the crib, bro?
What?
Yeah, bro.
Somebody ding dong ditched you?
Bro. So I'm at my lady's crib, right?
Yeah.
It's a different town, different than where I came from. Very
Yeah.
different. We're at the, we eat, whatever, chilling afterwards. I hear this loud sound, this loud crash. And I'm like, what the hell? Thought it was a dog or something like that. I'm like, what the hell was that? Nothing, right? I hear it again, bang, and we have music playing. So it's like, so when I hear that banging sound, I'm like, what is that? I'm like, so I turn the music down, dude, I hear it again, crash. And I'm like, oh, that's not in the house, that's outside. I told somebody who's breaking into the cars or trying to break into the house. So lucky I didn't have my dog with me, because I would have let her out the front door. And lucky I didn't do that. I didn't have her.
Yeah.
So I open the door and I go outside and I don't see anybody. I'm looking around. I'm looking at the windows and shit like that. I'm like, yo, so I'm looking at the cars. Then I see something move in like the shadow. So I run over there and shit because I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, I'm not trying to be 10 feet away from somebody if they have a weapon that discharges things.
Yeah.
I'd rather either be 100 feet away or in your face. You know what I'm saying?
Either in your lap or far as fuck.
Yeah, so I'm like, what the fuck is that? So I run over there and shit. And dude, I find a kid. He's like 12.
What? Where was he?
And I'm like, bro, hiding in the bushes in the front yard. I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, what? I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, I was just ding dong ditching. I was like, ding dong ditching, dude? I thought you were breaking into my house, bro.
What?
I'm like, I thought you were breaking into my cars. I was like, we don't do that to this house. And he's like, oh, yeah. He's like, why? He asked me why. Why you don't do that to this house? I said, you don't ring on this house anymore. Ding dong ditch and all that. I was like, because I didn't expect to find a kid. I said, something real bad almost happened to you. I was like, I didn't think I was going to find a child. You know, I'm like, that's crazy. I said, I thought you were breaking into my house. I'm like, that is not good. I was like, please don't do that. I said,
And that's
not
not
here.
even how you ding dong ditch either.
No,
He
you
never ditched.
run. He never ditched. He hit on the property. So I was just like, please don't do that, man. I was like, that's not good. I was like, not everybody's like me, comes out here
Dogless.
dogless, weaponless. You know, I'm like, that. Just don't do that. I mean, there's kids on the news getting gravely injured doing that kind of stuff. And I'm just like, what? Like, dude, what are you doing, bro?
What'd this kid look like? Talk to us about this kid.
No, I'm not going to describe him, but it was
he on
crazy,
one of those
bro.
bikes with the big wheels? What happened? Did he
Oh,
just
was it
walk
on the
away?
fat tire bikes?
Yeah. Did he just walk away after that?
Yeah, he walked away. We talked for a minute and stuff, and he asked about the family. He's like, "Oh, is everybody okay?" I was like, "Yeah."
Does he
everybody's
know
all right."
people there?
Apparently, yeah. You know, and I was like, that was crazy. I'm like, man, you know, I was like, that. I thought you were breaking in the house. Like, they were scared.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like,
Did you strike him at all?
no, absolutely not. But I'm telling you, if he had like a mask on or a pooch icy and I couldn't see his age because he had a baby face, he was a kid. If I didn't see his face, I probably would have cracked him.
Yeah.
If his face was covered or something like that, and I found him in the bushes, I might have just grabbed him and just yoked him up real quick or something like that against a tree root.
Is he like a
or some
small
shit.
body child?
Oh yeah, he was a little guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, that was
He
crazy,
was
bro.
hiding and his sneakers were lighting up.
Bro, he wasn't that little. He wasn't that little, bro. But it was crazy. I was like, man, I was just worried. I'm like, damn, I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, his parents are sitting at home, have no idea he's doing this. And this is how they end up getting a phone call.
Yeah,
You're
you
not
kicked
going
him in
to.
the face.
No, dude, hit the kid. I can't hit the kid. He's a
Nah,
little
you should've
guy.
struck- Well, you gotta learn one way, kid.
Nah, he's
You
little,
should've
man.
stomped at him.
No.
I'll tell you one thing. If you ever had an opportunity to hit a kid, that was it, and you just fucking lost it.
Now I'll just have one.
Yeah. No. Well. Yeah. No, you can't even hit them as hard as you would would
No.
hit this kid.
I'm just kidding.
No. No. You shouldn't have fucking. You shouldn't.
No, but it
strike
was
children.
but it was crazy though.
Unless you fear for your life.
Yo, it was crazy, bro.
I'm saying if you would have striked him, nobody would have judged you because it was a situation where you didn't know he was a child.
Yeah, but I saw him because he was squatting and then he was laying down, like belly down in the
No
in the
way.
in the plants, bro.
He gave you his back.
Bro, gave me his back. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah.
He's about to get like, you know, I was gonna jump on him like a gator. You know what I'm saying?
Nah. Yeah. You shouldn't have hit him. What a fucking idiot.
But even so, if I just
Where
grabbed
was his
him,
homies?
He was by himself.
Who plays that by themselves?
I don't know. This is why the whole thing was weird. I'm like, you ding dong ditching, bro. I was like,
Did
I was
you
like,
invite him in for dinner after that?
no, I didn't, bro. I was like, no. I was like, don't do that around here, man. I was like, don't do that here anymore,
Did you
bro.
find out where you live? You should have been like, who's your dad?
Nah, I don't, you know, I was halfway ready for his dad to like want to have a conversation or something. I was going to tell him like straight up, I just had to have a conversation with him that you probably should have had. You know, this isn't something that you do.
That's the most disrespectful thing
You
you
know,
can say. to
is
a
it
dude.
disrespectful?
I would be insulted. I was almost, you didn't even say it to me, and I'm almost insulted.
I'm just saying that's probably something.
Just because it doesn't mean it's not true.
Yeah.
That could be, it's one of those truth hurts type of things.
Yeah, it's like
when somebody tells you something, that's one of those things where you just gotta suck your teeth and we're just gonna have to fight, you know?
Yeah, I'm gonna take it as disrespect. You know what I'm saying?
That's one of those things where it's true, because this is the reality of the world. We live in a very safe environment where there's laws and shit now.
Yeah.
But back in the day when Caesar ruled, if he said the sky was red, the sky was fucking red, because if you said it wasn't, he would kill you.
Yeah.
You know?
Or them days of the duel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Bro, you just said the wrong shit to some dude. He'd be like, yo, you just insulted my shorty, bro. And be
Yeah.
like, oh, I didn't know that was your girl. I was like,
Let's
well,
go.
now we got to go outside. I'm challenging you to a duel. I got my pistol on me. And you're like, oh, shit, I came here for some lunch.
Yeah.
Now I'm about to just go outside and have a shootout.
Yeah, even if you don't got the strap, somebody would lend you theirs.
Yeah, they'll be like, oh, well, you know, that's what it is. It's, 11 a.m. on a Sunday.
Yep. Aren't you a gentleman?
Yeah. Are you a gentleman?
Yeah.
You know? See, you're thinking of like the one where they got like coattails and shit. Like I'm picturing cowboy shit.
Yeah. Oh, my guy took his glove off before.
He smacked him with it.
Yeah, you're thinking classic neo-American. I'm thinking European. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that was the most disrespect. Imagine that, bro. You're at an event, right? Everybody's all dressed up. Yo, picture this shit. Picture this shit right now, right? You're at an event. It's back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's dressed to the nines. They got the white shirt. They got their jackets on, pressed with the tails and shit, gold buckles and all that, or buttons.
They
right?
showered for the first time in weeks.
Oh, months. They've been saving up the water for this event.
Yep.
You know, and then everybody's just there. You say something. You happen to step on this dude or whatever. He just had a bad day. It's just a guy had a bad day, whatever. You're just walking, bump into him. You eat the last piece of raw pig meat or whatever, you know.
Swan.
Dude just sees you. Bro just pulls the glove off.
Yeah.
While you're sitting there eating the last whatever that you took and he's salty. 2 times,
Smash
just
you
like
with that
that.
shit.
And you're just like, and everyone's like, you know, the pianist stops playing. He's like, bang, you know, and everybody's just looking at you. And now what? What you gonna do, bro?
Yeah. Now we're going to shoot each other.
Yeah.
One of us is going to die within the next 20 minutes.
Yeah. And of course, you got homies in there that are like, oh, word, yo, I got my pearl handle joint right here.
Yeah, hold this.
Yeah, hold this, bro. Like he's crazy. You gonna take him out now? That's crazy that he did that. And you're like,
Yeah.
damn, can I let this one slide?
So you know Caesar got 6 duels under his belt.
Right? Yeah, Caesar got 6 duels. He just popped somebody yesterday.
Yeah,
he's on a
that's the
fucking
thing, too, because it's definitely some of these motherfuckers that were probably nice at that.
dude. Guys that are like Doc Holliday and shit. Dudes that were on a
Yeah.
streak. Doc Holliday used to smoke dudes playing poker, bro. They be playing poker. Somebody accuse him of cheating. He just tell him come outside, you know. And then they get outside and he just pop like bam, while he had like TB, and he'd be like coughing like blood into like a handkerchief. Like,
Yeah. That's the dude from Tombstone?
yeah, Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
Just smoke you over a poker game.
Dueling is crazy.
That's insane. I don't know how we got onto dueling.
Because it's just crazy back in the day. It didn't matter who was right or wrong. It mattered who could fuck the other one against their will if he wanted to. And that's the guy who was always right.
Yeah. Tombstone's a great movie.
Very good movie.
Remember that sheriff dude where that guy pulls a gun on him? He walks up to him and slaps him in the face. And then he slaps him again. Yo, he slaps him like 3 times. The dude's bleeding. And then he takes his gun away. He's like, don't ever pull your pistol on me. He said, because you ain't going to use this shit. I was like, oh my God.
Dude, my dad used to have that movie on Laserdisc, bro.
That
Used to
shit
watch it
on,
all
like,
the time.
Blu-ray.
Do you know what's a really good show you should watch and the people out there should watch? Can you check the chat? Because my phone's dead.
You also recommended Tires, which fucking sucks.
I did not recommend Tires.
You absolutely did.
Tires was dog shit. I might have recommended it before it came out.
Come on. Be back. Quick condemn all violence. Yeah. Dave's crying about something. I don't know what he's crying about. But
Listen, so a show I'm going to recommend.
yes,
And
recommend
I
the
didn't
show.
recommend Tires.
Yes, you did.
Tires was a fucking disaster.
Did you watch more of it?
No, I didn't even watch season 2.
Shit fucking sucks.
I watched episode 1 of season 2.
All right, so go ahead. So this new show,
It's called Task.
Task.
Task. Task.
Okay.
It's on HBO Maximum.
I don't know how I feel, bro.
Dude, are you crazy?
I don't know how I feel because I haven't seen this movie, but I have my reservations. Tell me about it.
About HBO?
No, not about
Oh,
HBO.
you almost insulted my family.
No, please, bro. It's not the
HBO?
HBO of yesterday. So this ain't Sopranos, Entourage, 6 Feet Under, The Wire, Oz. This is not that time.
Game of Thrones wasn't even that
Californication.
long ago.
Californication. Yeah, that was their first one in 20 years.
But they don't need it with the Game of Thrones?
Yeah, Game of Thrones, but you know, they listen to all the shows I just named. This is what HBO did. They had the best series on television. Time and time again. Real Sports with Brian Gumble, everything
Even
they
the
had.
brightest stars have to dim sometimes. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
but they don't
saying?
become a black hole. But anyway, continue. So tell me about Task. What is it?
Don't they? Task is a show. And I had a bunch of the actors and shit on my phone. No, it's a good show. It's with the gentleman. Can you look it up and tell me what's the guy's name? The actors.
Okay.
The guy from that.
You brought this show up, bro. You don't know who the fuck is in it?
I got it written down in my dead phone.
Task series cast.
Yeah.
All right, season 1, what am I doing?
Yeah. That's only
All
one
right.
season.
Tom Pelfrey, Mark Ruffalo. You talking about Mark Ruffalo?
Mark Ruffalo.
The guy that played the Hulk?
Let me see that. Are we looking at the right show?
Yeah.
Yes.
The guy in the middle, right? Top row? Go ahead,
Yes.
take my phone and talk about it. Don't answer any text messages that I get. Don't read them either.
I don't even want the phone. All right, Mark
Do
Ruffalo's
it.
in it. No, I was just gonna mention him, Mark Ruffalo.
You do. I can't have you read my soft ass text messages, bro. I'm too soft sometimes in these text messages. I can't be messing up my reputation, bro.
It's all right to be in love, dude.
Stop. I can't allow my come on, bro. Come on, man. Look at my tan.
No, I know you're nutsack right now. I shouldn't say a word to you.
That's right. You shouldn't.
You're rhino skinned up. So Task, it's on HBO Max. I fucking lost everything I was gonna say about it. I had a monologue.
Mark
written over.
Ruffalo.
It's a good show. It's about these.
Tell me what it's about. Tell me about the goddamn show.
The show is about two brothers who created a restaurant. Right now, we're in the future. We don't know what their falling out is about, but they apparently had this falling out. One of the brothers owes a bunch of money to some mafioso cats. The other brother just trying to stay afloat and make a successful restaurant. And
No, you're not talking about Task. You're talking about a different show. You're talking about, is that the one with, what's his name, with Jude Law and with Jason Bateman? That's what you're describing. Two criminal guys that are opening, that they own a restaurant and there's like an underground, there's a criminal underground undertow. I don't think that's these guys. I think it's called something else.
Task is also a show I'm watching that's very good. That's why I'm looking at the actors. I'm like, this isn't the guy I had on my list. This is the guy that I had on my list is the same guy that ran that show about where he was like the accountant for the Mexicans.
Ozark. It's Jason Bateman.
Yeah. Task, also a good show.
Yeah.
Not about that at all. I watched this too. But the show I'm talking about,
Your phone's working now?
yeah, it's just, you see how I can't see anything?
Oh, all right. But yeah, so because I wanted to watch the show that you're talking about because I love Jason Bateman. Jason Bateman is legit, whether it's Ozark or even that movie he was in, Carry On, I think it was called, which I thought that was the corniest concept ever, but he intrigued me. I wanted to watch it because he's legit.
I can't see dick on my phone.
Yeah, that's
It's-
sad. He has a bunch of pics. He has a bunch of dick pics, and he can't see them.
I can't see anything on my phone. There's a show on HBO.
It's called Black Rabbit.
Bingo.
That's what it's called.
Thank you.
Go ahead,
Thank
bro.
you. Thank you.
You got
Black
it.
Rabbit. Really good show. That's it.
All right, so I'm gonna watch it because I've
comes
been
out
wanting to
every
watch it.
It's one of those shows that comes out every week too, so you don't get the whole thing. So they're only, I think, 3 episodes in every Sunday at 9. It's a good show. Task, also a very good show.
Thank you so much, Chris. I mean, Spaz. It is called Black Rabbit. They put it
which
in the
is the
chat.
name of the restaurant. Sorry, guys.
This guy just tanked this fucking episode.
Oh, dude,
Jesus Christ, did
absolutely.
you turn this thing into a torpedo at the earth?
Abysmal.
What was that? I tried to drag you out of that fucking hole,
I
dude.
tried to-
You took us in quicksand.
Bro, you handed me your phone. I wanted to drop it, and you're like, nope, here's the device. And I was like, fuck. I was
Yo.
like, I don't think this is the...
Yeah, she even showed you a picture of the guy, and you're like, yup, that's
I'm like,
him.
That's it. And I'm like, in my head...
You better never be picked to fucking choose somebody out of a lineup. Everybody's going to
doing a
jail.
live show. What am I gonna say? This is the wrong fucking show. I don't think this is it. I gotta go with it. Yeah, that's it. Whatever.
I showed you a picture of the guy, and you said, yup, that's
We're
him.
fucking doing a show. I gotta just go with it.
Yeah.
I knew the second I seen that. I'm like, this isn't the guy.
Yo, so please, law enforcement, if ever you need a witness,
Don't
do not
fucking
call this
call
guy.
me.
Everybody in the lineup's going to jail.
You think I was gonna fucking be a witness after what they got going on right now with this day and age? I'm not gonna testify. Call somebody else. Obviously, I'm not a credible witness. The truth is, in my defense, I'm watching both these shows. The other show is only every Sunday. Task, also a good show. Not the show I was referring to, but I do recommend that show as well.
Yeah, the Black Rabbit show I think is a mini series, so a limited series. It's one of those short ones. It's probably going to be like 5 episodes or something like that.
I don't even know if it's on HBO Max.
It's not. It's on Netflix.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
I had everything right except for I had the shows conflicted.
Yeah, the show is conflicted. The streaming platform. It's not even on HBO Max.
No,
It's on Netflix if you want to watch Black Rabbit.
Task is on HBO Max. Task on HBO Max, and not about two brothers fucking opening up a restaurant.
What's that about?
Task is about this guy who is robbing drug dealers' houses.
Should I look this up?
No, this is 100% correct.
All right.
Task, let me pull my. You don't have to drag me down. You know, I feel like other people are already going to do that.
No,
I don't think that you should be the one. Helping them. I think that they have a voice here too, but it shouldn't be as loud as it is right now. You know what I'm saying?
No,
I think you should be helping me. I think we win and lose together. You know what I'm saying? So based off the fact that you and I are a fucking team, you should be bigging me up right now. All right? I need words of encouragement coming from your side. All right?
Spaz said, "Don't believe everything you read on the internet." Abraham Lincoln.
Okay, I fucked up.
No, but it's great.
I
We
got the
needed
show-
that.
I got the shows mixed up.
Tell me about Task because I want to see it.
Task is on HBO Max. That is correct.
So a dude is robbing stash houses, or he's robbing?
He's robbing stash houses from
It's like Omar from The Wire?
Yeah, and the gang killed his brother. As his get back, he's robbing the stash houses.
Okay.
He hits one of the houses, and there's a fucking kid in there. But he bodies dudes in there, so he's got to take the kid with him, and that's what the show is about.
Oh, so he's like raising this child,
He's not. It's not.
or he's got him with him on. Now he's his problem.
Bingo.
All right, so it's like The Professional.
I'm not gonna fucking make any.
You ever see The
comparisons.
Professional?
Nope.
Let's talk about it.
Nope, I never seen a
Very similar storyline.
But that show is on HBO Max. It does star that guy that we read before, and I do recommend it, along with Black Rabbit on Netflix.
I'm intrigued by this Task
I'm
concept.
never doing this segment again.
No.
The recommending show shit out the fucking window.
No, but he just
Never doing
just
it
talk
again.
about the right show. No, so I like that concept of Task because I love the movie The Professional. So it's this they show kind of the buildup of just the mundane life of this hitman, right? He's an assassin. And this guy, he has the same task every day. He the same schedule every day. He sleeps till a certain time. He gets up, like he's up before the alarm clock. Then he wakes up. He moves his plant into the window so it gets some sun. He sprays it. Like the only thing he's attached to is this plant.
He makes the same breakfast every day.
Every day, everything's the same. He makes his coffee the same. Everything's the same. And he's all by himself. And he lives in this apartment building. So they show him like do a couple of hits, but it's not about the hits that he's doing, right? He does a couple and you just see him coming home and you understand what he does. Then Natalie Portman is a little girl at the time of this movie. It's like the 90s. And she lives like across the way. She has an apartment in that hallway. And her like dad's a piece of shit, you know, mom, like they're just like on drugs and shit, and they're just neglecting her. She always like cries in the hallway, and you see him, he always kind of sees her through the peek hole. One day, like this gangster shows up, bodies the whole family, and the little girl just runs out and she's hiding, and this guy's like, you know, he's a hitman, he's on his own, he doesn't have a girl, he doesn't have kids, he doesn't have a family, and then he just lets her in his apartment. He like can't believe that, he's like, fuck, I can't leave her out there. The dude is like bodying everybody with a shotgun. He's nuts. He's singing, he hears Mozart or like Beethoven in his head and shit, you know, and then he takes her on and she becomes his problem. So it's like I like that concept. Yeah, it's a pretty cool concept. So Task has
Not
something
what's going
similar.
to happen in Task. This kid doesn't know what's going on. And then the other gentleman that you were referring to, the guy that's who is the second person?
Jude Law. Oh no, that's
that's
the
from
Black Rabbit
that's
one.
the
I
Black
don't know the
Rabbit.
other one in Task.
Marco, I think his name was, or some shit like that.
Here you're talking about the this guy here. Is it Tom Pelfrey or is it Fabian Frankel?
Let me see the pictures.
Here you go. Sam Keeley probably.
No, it's Mark.
Mark Ruffalo.
So
All right.
Mark Ruffalo plays the FBI detective who is investigating these crimes.
Okay.
And he is like going through something. He's going through something in his life where he has an adopted son who killed his wife by mistake.
Okay.
And you know, he was on desk duty, but now they need him to investigate this crime, and he's conflicted because he's still going through, you know, the case where his adopted son killed his wife, and you know the struggles that it's putting on his family and shit like that.
But then he has some kind of purposeful calling to help with this case or some shit, and he has some heroic turn and he starts helping, or whatever. He probably hates it at first. Is he an alcoholic?
Bingo.
There you go. He's an alcoholic
Wow.
and shit, bro. That's
So you knew the whole fucking time, huh?
bro. He's a fucking broken-hearted detective. That's the
Yeah.
story in everything ever. I don't
he
care
is-
who you're talking about.
He is an alcoholic.
Yeah, he's an alcoholic. He wakes up by himself on a fucking air mattress and shit. He got nothing going on, and
and
then
kids
he,
don't respect him.
yeah, you know, and he's just got work. He drinks a black coffee and he fucking goes to work, tucks the same shirt in every day, goes to work.
Yeah, so that's the show Task. Also recommend. Not as good. That show Black Rat. It could be something about the fact that it only comes out once a week.
Yeah, it's annoying that streaming services are starting to do that. They're starting to release episodes weekly, just like TV. We thought we beat that shit. We thought it was gone.
We're back in.
We're
it.
getting back to
paying
that.
way more,
dude. And it keeps you hooked because now you don't get to binge watch the whole thing in a week and cancel the membership. So now you're going to stay subscribed because it's going to take, and it's going to be a few months. You know, we're talking 12 episode series, seasons and stuff. You know, 12, 10. You know, even if it's 6, you know, you're getting 2-month subscription right there.
I wonder if a lot of people do that, get subscriptions and then cancel them. I must be a sucker. I get like my streaming subscriptions. Like as long as I've had them, I've never really canceled any of them. I do cancel things I buy online sometimes, where like, oh, you have to have a subscription to get like. When we first started the podcast, we were getting a lot of preset edits and shit like that. Like, you know, we went through websites where you get subscriptions and you get like unlimited, like, you know, edits.
Yeah.
Not edit, like
It's like a package.
like transitions for editing media. And like I would sign up, download the entire archive, and then cancel my subscription. You know, I've done stuff like that, but I've never really canceled my streaming platforms. I wonder if that's something that heavily affects streaming platforms, because there's always something to watch, even if it's not the show you came there for, right?
I think it does for sure. And there's, you know, I've seen a lot of instances where they have multiple seasons will be on one streaming platform and then other seasons will be on other streaming platforms.
Yeah.
And they're strategically divided.
Yep.
Like you'll have season 1 and 3 is on Amazon Prime. Season 2 and 4 is on Netflix. Season, you know, 5 or something like that, or season 3, you know, is on Peacock. Exactly. And then Paramount will have like the last 3 seasons, and then the other ones won't be available anywhere. And then they'll start a marathon on TV for the seasons that don't exist on these streaming platforms. And it's everybody's getting their beak wet, and you can't you get at least 2 months, you know, per platform when you break it up that way. So I think they're all in bed together.
Yeah.
Figuring it out, you know.
I wouldn't doubt it. They're all Bring back Cablevision. We're over the hour.
We did start late.
We did start late.
We started late. Shout out to Dave, high ranking on The Professional, which is cool. So he said this is he says that Task is the gangster that murders her family is a cop. Plot twist. Oh. Is
Wait,
that
did he
real?
just
I hope
fuck
he
that
did.
up for me?
Damn, I hope not, man. What the hell,
you
man?
say?
Because I wanted to see
The
it too.
guy
Don't worry
who-
about it. I'm not gonna tell you what I said. Yeah, and Gary Oldman crushes that role in The Professional. That's right. Gary Oldman crushed that shit. What else you got in there for me, man? Come on, impress me.
There's a couple other topics.
What should we talk about? The Baby's music video for "Save Me." That was
No, I don't give a fuck about the fact that people are even talking about. You know what's so stupid? Like when like political things or like terrible when things happen within the nation, we shouldn't go to people like the Baby to figure out what the fuck they're gonna say about this or give a fuck of what the Baby murdered 2 people and fucking whether you know. He
didn't murder them.
He didn't murder them. He killed 2 people.
he killed 2
guys.
people that fucked with the wrong guy.
Yeah, so he was hanging out in places he shouldn't have been hanging out. He's not a guy that I really
One of the times he killed a guy in Walmart.
Walmart, yeah.
I mean, this just sounds like people just were sleeping on him. He's got a legal.
Twice?
Yeah,
He shot somebody not even too long ago.
they were on his property.
Yeah, that one, I guess it's, but here's what I'm saying.
Nobody's breaking into your property to loan you some sugar.
I'm not saying he shouldn't have shot those guys. I'm saying that he killed 2 people. He's a rapper. I'm not going to this guy to see what his perspective is on anything but like music. People just got to fucking stay in their lane. The fact that people like terrible things happen and people are like, let's go see what fucking, you know, Lamar Odom has to say about this. It's like, why do we give a fuck what Kim Kardashian has to say at a time like this? It's like that fucking Dave Chappelle thing where it's like, who cares what was it Kanye has to say at a time like this? It's like these people are not. He's a rapper,
But he didn't give an opinion on it. He didn't give a statement. He didn't talk about it. He had a song called "Save Me," and then he just used a video treatment that recreated the beginning of the encounter with that man on a North Carolina train that fatally stabbed that Ukrainian refugee woman on the train. Mm-hmm. So he didn't have an opinion about anything. He didn't, it wasn't, he didn't talk about anything. It was just a video treatment. So I think more of the question is, was it inappropriate for him to depict that imagery for the music video?
I can't say whether it was appropriate or not, but my perspective is just like, even whether he directly said something about it or indirectly, where he used like the imagery of the situation in his music video, I don't think that there should be like this parallel between like these. I don't think that he should be even involved like using the music video. Like I think that he should just stick to making regular music videos. Is what I'm saying. Is that by even whether he said something or not, whether there was inflections in the song that have associations with the situation that happened, or whatever the case may be, it's like I just don't really. I didn't even see it. I've seen the headlines. I'm aware that it exists, but I didn't go hunting for it because I really don't even. This is a shitty take. I should have this is more like not having a take, but I just really don't care when rappers do things about, just because I've been let down so many times by them just having like stupid opinions. Okay. And then I say to myself, well, that makes sense. I like this guy because he could put words together and he's got cool gold teeth. You know what I'm saying? I don't like this guy because of, who he voted for.
Okay. Fair. So
but that's a bad take.
No, it's not a bad take. It's a take on something different that's, I guess, adjacent to my question. So do you think he shouldn't be allowed to make that video?
No, he can make it. I don't care.
Okay. So you think he should be allowed to make it, but it's just distasteful and people shouldn't give it the airtime that they're giving it. Like, I shouldn't be talking about it. I shouldn't be bringing it up.
You could talk about it because that's why he made it.
Okay. So, my thing is, I think it was just insensitive to do that so soon because of that woman's family. Mm-hmm. I think it was insensitive. I think it was way too accurate. Way too accurate. It was a black dude with dreads with a red hoodie on. This woman was identical to the woman that he killed. I think she was even wearing the same exact shirt.
Crazy.
Same hat, everything. They sit in the same position. She gets on the train. Like, this was a little different. It follows her as she's getting to the train station. Like, as she's walking, like, it shows, like, kind of the parallel stories. Like, this dude in a red hoodie sitting on a train and shit. And then it'll cut to her walking down the sidewalk and stuff. And then they end up crossing paths while little baby is rapping on the train with a blue hoodie on. Like, he's one of the bystanders that's in the video that you see.
Yeah.
You know, so
But
go ahead. But what?
No, I was gonna say, but in his version of it, he saves this girl.
He stops the guy from doing it. Now, again, I don't really know. I guess it's open to interpretation if he was a physical passenger on that plane, on that train, or if he was kind of this subconscious thing in this guy's mind, or maybe some phantasmic figure or something like that that stops him from doing it. I don't know if he's a guardian angel. I don't know if he's a subconscious thought in this man's mind, like the thing that stops us all from doing something crazy that this guy's just happened to work in that moment. And or if he's an actual passenger and stops the guy. So I think it's open to interpretation for that reason. Probably a cover your ass thing. So you can say artistic expression, you know, or whatever. So that's what it seems like to me. I want to see if anybody has a take in the... No. All right. But so that's what I think. I mean, I get what you mean, though, when artists and stuff like that, fucking stupid rappers and athletes have philosophical opinions, and you're like, you didn't graduate high school. You just got pushed through because you are an athlete, or you just dropped out and were a drug dealer.
And, you know, also at the same time, like, who am I to say that, right? We do this podcast. I'm nobody to fucking have the opinions on the things that we have opinions on. But at the same time, I'm not known for anything else, right? I'm not, like, it's like, I feel like I don't give a fuck. We put so much emphasis on, like, what these people are doing. And you could see, we've seen a lot of it with, like, the recent election where all these celebrities were essentially like marketing candidates to us.
Yeah.
And it just puts such a bad taste in my mouth to, like, now, like, hey, listen, I know you're not like a clown, but I just want to see you. Like, you're not a jester, but, like, if this is what you do, this is the only thing I want to see you do. Just if you're a good dancer, like, when I see Chris Brown, like, I don't want to hear about, like, what he thinks, like, we should do in the Middle East. Like, I just want him to dance. It's like, just dance, do a backflip and shit like that, and then let's fucking keep it moving.
Yeah, it's like, make good music, you know, punch your girlfriend, but I don't want to hear what you think about, you know, the UFC at the White House. I don't care.
Yeah, UFC at the White House. UFC at the White House. It's so funny they interviewed Conor McGregor and Michael Chandler to talk about the UFC at the White House because the UFC's got no fucking celebrities. They got no more current. They're fucking interviewing a guy who hasn't fought in like 4 years, dude.
I don't think they have a single English-speaking champion.
It's yeah, they definitely don't got one that can string a sentence together.
Definitely not. They got guys that, you know, they still need that guy with the nice hair.
It's funny because they got Dricus, I guess, but even him, he's not like huge. It's hard to keep, like, replicate these people like Conor, right? Because you gotta be a enormous superstar personality and also be a very good fighter. And the way the UFC is, and the way, like, you know, it's like fundamentals, like, you can't fake the funk over there. So they can't just like, they could try. They're trying to do it with Paddy the Baddy. And he's actually, like, you know, he's actually doing much better than I expected when they put him up against real competition. But you got to be a huge personality and be a very good fighter. And that's tough to find.
That comes across once a generation, dude. You have, you know, your Ali, then you have a really long lull, and then you have like a Michael Jordan, then you have a really long lull, you know, then you have, you know, when it comes to fighters, then you have your Floyd Mayweather, really long lull. You have your Conor McGregor, they almost overlap. It's rare to have a really good, charismatic fighter that can also string a sentence together, right? These guys get punched in the head for a living.
Yeah.
So that shit is really hard to find. So Conor McGregor, I think, still might be that cash cow guy. because
Maybe.
it's that difficult. Michael Chandler tries, but he's so corny.
Well, he's just like, it's you can't fake it. You look at guys like Henry Cejudo, Aljamain Sterling, like these people who try to force it on us.
Ugh.
It's like it turns you off to them.
King of cringe.
Yes,
That's
dude.
what helped Henry Cejudo. I think he leaned into the
leaned
cringe.
into it. Wait, look at who's Trump's boy,
Colby
guy-
Covington.
Colby. I like Colby as a fighter. I think he's an excellent fucking fighter.
Yeah.
He's a fucking dog, dude. But
He
he's
is.
so cringy. He's like we got Chael Sonnen at home.
Bro, we've all had that guy in class
Yeah.
that tries to make jokes in front of everybody, and it's like, dude, don't do it. This
Yeah.
is really bad. This is really bad. So
They don't have. For me, it's good enough for them to be impressive fighters, but to bring in a large audience, you need to be a good fighter and be a come mierda, and it's hard for them to find them. Somebody that does both. The White House card, them putting on a card at the White House, I guess it's going to be super cool. I just think, like, as a UFC fan, them, like, the media having conversations with Conor McGregor and Michael Chandler as if, like, we believe for a fucking fraction of a second that this fight is ever gonna fucking happen is, like, insulting.
my question is, I think I want to say it. I don't know why. I'm thinking there was a boxing match at the White House in the past.
There might have been a boxing
I
match.
think there was. I don't
know.
think this is a new concept. So I don't
Well,
want
they
to.
always they've had shows there, but for sure.
Yeah, they've had shows, they've had events there. So I don't want to make this about that. You know, I don't want to make this about oh, this is stupid that they're having this at the White House. I wonder if the president's going to be there, because I think this is, in a lot of ways, it's kind of a hiccup in the security. I think it just allows for if they're allowing outside people, I mean, to buy tickets and stuff
It's
like
gonna
that.
be super
Invite
limited.
only.
It's gonna be super limited.
Invite only, you
said-
think?
they compared it to, like, the Apex almost.
Okay,
There
that's
is gonna
fair.
be some public there, but it's not gonna be like, you gotta fucking be somebody. You know what I'm
So
saying?
is it inside or is it outside on the lawn?
I don't know.
Because
But
if it's
they have
outside on,
renderings already.
they have what?
They have the UFC released renderings of what it's gonna look like.
So was it inside or outside?
I don't know.
Did you see the rendering?
No.
Oh, okay.
I didn't think you had to expose me like that.
Oh
I
no,
thought that
yeah.
when
The
I-
way you said it, it sounded like you had it.
No, they did. The Dana White released them. I just heard about this recently, so I think it's very recent that they released the renderings. Here's the thing.
Oh, it looks like it's outside. It's
Yeah.
outside on the front lawn in front of the White House. So, and that looks like a lot more seats than I thought it was going to be. That's more than the Apex. You know, so my question then becomes, what is the security detail on that? So I would
That's like a
imagine that
circus.
Donald Trump's not going to be there. He wouldn't be anywhere near there. They'll probably have a body double.
No, dude, he goes to other events and arenas, and he goes to watch the fights over there.
Yeah, but he kind of shows up there. He's not going to be at the White House, his potential residence, where he is. There's been multiple attempts on his life. They just sentenced the guy from the golf course attempt. They just sentenced him,
I think he'll
or
be
convicted him rather.
there. I think he'll be there. I think it's the White House. You're gonna have to go. You're gonna have to get there the night before and sleep with a detective's finger in your asshole just to get into this thing.
Nah, I mean it's
Like,
you
they're gonna-
got to have other potential concerns too, like hostile governments, things like that, like surrounding people that want to try to do shit. Like you can't have him exposed out there in the outdoors.
But he's already. It's not like we don't know where he's at.
You don't know where Donald Trump is. You
I
think
don't
you
know
know
where he's at,
No,
but
people don't just know. He's the president. Like there's protocols and safety things, and I'm going to be over here. Oh, this looks like it's live, but it's not. We shot it 2 hours ago, and we're streaming it now. Like there's all kinds of moves. That guy is not where you think he is.
But no, yeah, of course he is. He has predetermined events that he goes to where he speaks to people. He has
But not
appointments with
predetermined
people.
shit you know. And not predetermined shit
It's
that
shit
regular
that
people
I
know.
don't
Like
know.
we know about the UFC at the White House. He's not gonna be there. Look how far in advance they're they're promoting this
his
thing.
schedule is as secretive as you believe. And I think that I just don't know because it's not something that I like follow.
It's common sense
But I think
because there's
that-
been multiple attempts on his life already. They just killed Charlie Kirk. They just shot him in the neck in a public, like, assassinations in the air. Like,
Yeah,
this
but
guy,
that
they're
doesn't mean-
not going to have this guy at an event that they're promoting months in advance. It's not until November.
He already goes to these events. It won't be his first event. It's gonna be at the White House. People already know where he's gonna be. Like, I guess nobody knows where he's at 24 hours a day, but he has a schedule with predetermined, like, whether it's like speaking engagements or where he's addressing the nation, whatever it is. Like, I don't think it's like
They're indoor events.
this is gonna be an indoor event.
No, it's not. You just saw the rendering. The stage is on the lawn of the White House. It's
Yeah,
on the
but it's-
front grass. That's
You don't-
outdoors.
It's not gonna be like tarped.
No, even if it is tarped, it's still an outdoor event. Like, you can still there's going to be some kind of look. It doesn't look like it's tarped if that's the accurate rendering.
No, I think it's gonna be like in like a thing. I don't think it's gonna be like exposed.
You can see the White House in the background of the ring.
You see it?
I just showed it to you.
I know. Nick. So what do you mean?
Look, it looks like there's like lighting scaffolding and shit like that.
Listen. I don't know what it's gonna be like.
This
This is also a rendering. They have a giant TV in the sky. It looks like there's a lights above it. I think he's gonna be there. I think it's crazy to think he won't be there.
Maybe he will.
Why would he not be there? It's his house.
I
It
just-
doesn't make any sense.
I just think
And I
that,
also think
but you
that
got to
he's not-
consider the climate of what's going on. I mean, if us being laymen, right? We're not security experts. Would you think it's a good idea, given the climate, to have the most powerful man in the world in terms of government and political control out at an event in his front yard when we're promoting it months in advance? There's literally 8 weeks of people being able to prepare to do something to
Even
him.
longer than that. They didn't just announce this. This has been in talks.
Yeah, but now it's official. Like, it's been a rumor and shit like that. Maybe they started talking about shit, putting string together on the thumbtacks on the wall.
Yeah, when you frame it that way, it's really easy for somebody to say it's a bad idea. But the truth is that this guy talks like does he not do any speaking in public at all?
It's way different. It's not the way it was being outdoors and shit
I'm
like
just
that.
asking, does he do any public speaking?
He does public speaking, but it's indoors.
So then how is this? And he doesn't do any outdoors?
Not as far as I know. I don't know for sure.
But do you know that he doesn't?
But-
That he intentionally does not do outdoor public
Not
speaking?
anywhere where there's buildings and shit like that around. He might do
you
a
know
talk.
that or you're speculating
I don't
that?
know that. So let me not say that. But
So
I
that's what I'm
haven't
saying.
seen
It's
anything
like,
because
it's
I've
not
seen
like
him.
he's stopped. He's putting on an event in his fucking house.
He might do it. He might do it. It might be a dick
They
measuring
tried to
contest.
kill him long before they fucking shot Charlie Kirk, and he was still doing public events.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. All right. You're right.
Only based off of those things, I think he'll be there. I
I'm
don't think it's a good
thinking-
idea.
I'm thinking from
I
a-
wouldn't be there if I was the president.
Yeah, you're right.
I also wouldn't do public speaking. They had to put me in a box.
Yeah,
I
like
would
the
be
Pope.
The guy that you're describing, where nobody knows who he would be, that's what I would be if I was the president. Not this big dick son of a bitch. He wants everybody to know where he is. I'm pretty sure there's an app where you can see where fucking Air Force One is at all times.
Yeah, he's gonna get up there and he's gonna be like, "Suck it, the best you've ever sucked it. I don't give a shit." He's gonna put the belt on the champion.
Yeah, I also.
He's gonna put the belt on the fucking
100%.
champion. 100%.
100%.
100%.
They're gonna clear a 14 block radius.
Yo,
dude.
you're 100%.
They're
You're
gonna
100%
have
right.
fucking SS Sniper Wolf on their fucking roof. They're gonna have her husband counting all the money he took from her on the fucking. Him and Vince McMahon are gonna be on the side counting all the money that he took from SS Sniper Wolf in their divorce. Half of all her shit.
Having now
King.
he's fighting for half her social media network.
Yeah, King. And guess what? You deserve it. All right, this girl.
You deserve it, King. You deserve it, King. Take that shit.
For the past 15 years, this girl's been putting her fucking toto on display on the internet for the world to beat their dick to. All right? And you had to endure this. I want you to know that what you were going through, my friend, I wish it on nobody. no man should have to go through. You deserve more than half her money.
You deserve. She should actually have to pay you. You get half. You get 3/4 of her money,
Yes.
and then she has to slowly give you the last quarter over the next 15 years.
Yes,
You know,
100%.
that's it.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, you're 100% right, dude. Listen, King. Stay strong, King.
Yeah,
keep
dude.
your head up.
It's crazy that we don't even know what this guy looks like because she kept him in a fucking box.
Oh no, I know what he looks like.
Now we know what he looks
No,
like.
we always knew what he looked like. They would always take pictures together and shit. He's the fat dude with the long hair and shit.
I forgot she was married to that guy. He's a famous gamer too, isn't he?
I don't know, but I know he looks like Ron Jeremy. That's what I
Dude,
know.
I think that he is obviously not as successful as she is because, oh my God, I forgot who her husband was.
He looks like fuck Jerry. That guy.
I don't know what fuck Jerry. That guy's supposed to be anonymous too. We're not supposed to know what that guy looks like.
Nah,
He
that
shouldn't
guy's
be-
been famous for a long time. He like started hosting shows and doing shit. He got literally famous in front of the camera.
No, I know, but wasn't he anonymous for a while?
Yeah, on Instagram he was for like for the early portion, and then he became famous for his look. He was fat with like this turnip type of hair bun.
The fat Jewish guy, isn't that him?
Oh, I'm confusing the fat Jewish
Oh,
with
it doesn't feel
fuck Jerry.
good. I'm not gonna put you down. I'm not gonna put you down for for mixing up
That's
these
the
two.
fat Jewish. You're right. You're right. All
Yeah.
right.
But
you know
guess
what?
People conflate things all the time that are similar, and there's nothing wrong with that. All the time, people conflate things. They mix up shows with other shows, and they mix up people with other Jews. No big deal.
I thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you, Roberto. This is he's pulled this back, and I'd like to apologize for the first half of this episode. I'd like to right now publicly ask Roberto's forgiveness. I'm sorry
I
that
forgave you when it happened.
you know
Because we're human and we conflate things all the time.
this was conflated.
Dude, this show is live. This is hard to do, and our phones are dim.
Yeah, they're
Our
dim.
phones are dim.
Our phones are dim. Our memories are hazy, and I just formally would like to apologize and ask
Sometimes
Roberto
people
for
do
forgiveness.
drugs before they get on the air. Not us.
Yeah, not
But
us, not
people-
ever. And you know, wow. You know, this has been perfect. I think this is the perfect way to end it. I think this is a great moral of the story.
Mm-hmm.
It is, you know, whenever you point a finger, there's 5 pointing back at you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. No, what is it? Whenever you're pointing a finger, there's 3 pointing back at you because they're pointing back at you.
Yeah, my dad loves to tell me that.
You know, there's 3 pointing back at you. And Berto took the high road here. He took the high road, and I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed.
You don't have to. The SS Sniper Wolf thing is interesting, though. These guys are going through a divorce, and her husband took half her money, and now he's going after half her social media. And I think that when you look at some of the richest women in the world, and the fact, and we start to quantify how they got their money, this seems like it's just fair game. I can't possibly feel bad for him if I didn't feel bad for. I can't feel bad for her if I didn't. Think that would happen to what happened to Jeff Bezos didn't happen to Jeff Bezos. What happened to fucking Kobe Bryant didn't happen to him. Not the helicopter thing. I'm talking about the bitch who wasn't shooting with him in the gym. Like these are things that historically have happened to men for so long that now that it's happened to a woman. It's like, yeah, well, welcome to the club, bitch.
You know, City Boys, we up. But
Yeah.
Mastodon Podcast, episode 267. I'm going to pull us off here because we're past the hour, but I don't give a shit. But we both give a shit because we got to go. I actually give a shit now. I used to not give a shit.
Now there's things going on.
But I give a shit now. So we got to get off the air. Mastodon Podcast, episode 267. We appreciate everybody that was live in the chat. Dave, Spaz, who else was in
Chris
here?
was
Dave,
in here.
Spaz, Chris was in here. Everybody that was in the chat, we appreciate you guys. And Berto, once again, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the
No,
first half of
don't.
this episode.
Please.
And you bailed me out there. You allowed me to get a little breath of fresh air and come up for air when I was drowning. And I appreciate you. So make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the thumbs up so you never miss a live stream or a single video that we post. And if you don't find us on your favorite audio podcast platform, because we're also there, Berto, the guy.
Join the Discord. Go on there. Fuck, we didn't get to talk about the story that Spaz posted on there about the dude getting mauled by that tiger.
A dude got mauled by a tiger?
A tiger handler got mauled by his fucking tiger.
Nah, sucks to suck, bro. I'm sorry. Why are you handling tigers?
It's like Chris said right after he was like, shocker. It's like, if you fucking, Dude, we got to get out of here. If you
Dude,
guys
Siegfried and fucking Roy got attacked. One of them got killed, I think, by a tiger.
It's crazy. They're tigers, dude.
Yeah, they're tigers.
You can't be whipping something into submission and not thinking that one day it's gonna rise up on you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. One day she's gonna call 911 and she's gonna make a police report.
Yeah, dude.
Can't do that.
Crazy. No matter how good you are at the stock market, you can't beat your significant other. Masters of None. This is the end. If you guys want to go on the Discord, a lot of stuff going on there. There's recommend some articles to us. We love that shit. Multiple things on the Discord. A lot of good stuff. If we're not on your obscure podcast listening platform, harass us on there until we place it on there. On there. It's easy to conflate shows and Jews. Goodbye. I don't even think Fuck Jerry's Jewish. That's terrible to say.
Oye, te hablo desde la prisión.
Fuck Jerry. Oh no, he's not. I was thinking of the fat Jewish the whole time. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed.